Yes, yes, yes. Come on in, come on in. Yes. Yo. Yes, Mr. Trump Tastic Radio. Fraudman 17. Live and direct. Comment section open. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. We in here. Let's get it. I got the bangers for you. Let's get it.
Hit him with the hawk, yeah, hit him with the hawk, yeah. Feel like Professor X, I remember, I feel like Tony Stark. Every time I step out the house, I feel radical. Plus I'm pissed off, like my middle name is goddammit. Beanie Vici, yeah, I can make your top vanish. All seeing eye cyclops with the doctor visor. Watch me change clothes, then I turned into a top designer. Hypocrite nation shape, shift into a Nona water. Beetlejuice flow, creepy crawly, now I'm Spider-Man. 8-ball in the pocket, David Blaine, now you're Peter Pan. Rabbit at my top, hell yeah, I'm gnarly, man. Everything's a secret, have me dripping like the majesty. My eyes closed shut, have me speaking Japanese. Ice cream truck, paint job, mixed with Ben and Jerry. Heart attack city, now I'm singing with Mariah Carey. West Bank, Gaza Strip, I'm turning up in Palestine. Last name Cupid, shoot your ass like it's Valentine. Yin Yang, symbol Fibonacci, that's a 69. Heinz 57, catch up, now it's dinner time. Hit him with the hawk, whoa, hit him with the hawk, yeah. Feel like Professor X, Iron Man, I feel like Tony Stark. Hit him with that hawk, whoa, hit him with the hawk, yeah. Feel like Professor X, Iron Man, I feel like Tony Stark. Shoot him through the drive-through, yeah, I can take his order. Alpha with the dog food, I cut it with that Richie Porter. Jason Tatum flow, now we shoot him with the side step. Holy moly, donut shop.
Yes. Man, we back at it again. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all see the title. Nolan Wells, mystery of girl revealed. Sister claims friend left him to die on Horny Island, aka the coat of Horn Island. And yes, on Horn Island, you get very horny because allegedly, yes, Nolan Wells was hugged up with Katie. Why is Nolan Wells hugged up with Katie? And why is your boy's eyes pupil wide open? Is he off that kratom? What does this do? We gonna go into that too, because his story seemed very perfect, but he made a couple hiccups. And I'm surprised they don't have the arrest warrants out. We're gonna go over that Officer Tatum interview as well. And the mystery girl. Let's pull this up, family. Let's pull this joint up. Let's read. Boy got caught on Horn Island, hugged up with Katie. Now, we go hear what Ben Crump said. Ben Crump said we got the video of Nolan Wells with the white girl. Some say her dad choked him out. I've heard all kind of stories. But some white dads don't let, their daughter date black dudes, and I guess he might have spazzed out, started choking him out. Seeing his daughter laid up with this monkey. Yeah, he choked his ass out. Sorry, I gotta be a little racist, but that's how some people think. Nolan, look, we're gonna read this and we're gonna go into some other news too. Shouts out to the people that's watching out there. I forgot to share this on my other Facebook page. Let me see what I got on. Oh, I think I can share it. Oh yeah. Before I share it, we're gonna have to go over this to Carmelo Anthony. Watermelon felon, man. He's back at it again with a new trial. Yes, he is. I told y'all to wait on it. So look, Brody was hugged up with Becky. Brother was hugged up with Becky. He loved white skin. I'm sorry, Nolan Wells loved white skin. He probably didn't like black girls, so he stayed on that boat. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get with Becky. He trying to bust a nut. But the thing is, what happened to his black ass? Because they said this the last time they seen him. This was on the boat with Katie. This is him hugged up on the boat with Katie, fam. And this is the last time she said that they seen him. Yeah. So who we gonna blame this on, Katie or Wyatt? And Wyatt looked like he looked straight demonic. I ain't even gonna lie. He looked straight demonic. Now, let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and get this story out the way. Let me go ahead and get this story out the way now, because I gotta share this to my other Facebook page. Make sure you share and like the video. Carmelo Anthony, aka Kunta Kinte. This was a humiliation ritual to have him dressed up like this. They say he's Kunta Kinte, but the thing is, he's getting a new trial, dog. Where did that go? Damn, did I miss? Golly, why did I fucking do that? Hold on, I gotta pull that back up. Hold on, I gotta pull that back up. Golly. I gotta pull that up. Yeah, but he's supposed to be getting a new trial. Okay, yeah, we'll pull this one up. I think I found it. He's supposed to be getting a new trial. Carmelo Anthony is scheduled to return to court for 2 post-convictions hearings on August 19th and August 20th, family, in the Collin County Courthouse in McKinney, Texas. His newly appointed legal team is actively seeking to overturn his June 2026 murder conviction and secure a new trial. Anthony, 19, was sentenced to 35 years, family, in prison for the fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school. Well, we all know that. I ain't got to read it all. But yeah, he's getting a new trial. And a lot of people are not happy with that. But I told y'all this was going to end up happening. They said, let's read the comments. They said Anthony isn't going to court. LOL, the court hearing to see if Roach gets removed. Roach about to get removed because I think his last name is Roach. And when you got the last name of Roach, things get real roachy. So you could believe in a guy's last name Roach, but I wouldn't trust the dudes like it. Some of y'all hopped on the bandwagon and y'all really thought Carmelo was gonna get fried. He got fried halfway. He ain't all the way fried yet. That's why I kept on telling y'all. But y'all was like, oh, this watermelon felon is fried. Yeah, y'all try to bury him, but guess what? We're gonna do another episode called The Resurrection of Carmelo Anthony. Y'all go, that's why y'all don't like me, because I be coming up with all these damn creative titles and shit. You know, I do this shit off the dome. We don't plan on these shows. We just do it. This shit spot on, fam. Yeah, the resurrection of Carmelo Anthony. For real. See, Ricardo Hernando said he ain't getting out. They keep on saying he ain't getting out. And then when he get out, now you got your foot in your mouth. That's why a lot of these podcasters, they end up burning out because their content is not biased. I mean, it's not fair, free and fair. It's biased and lopsided. So if you do get out, you know, that's just a slap in the face for the people that didn't, you know, really break down and articulate themselves to get a get the final answer. They just jump to the conclusion. That's why I told you that was gonna be the death of the right wing commentary. Y'all got mad at me because I kept my shit 50. I probably kept my shit about 60-40. I kept my content 60-40. Everybody went full tard. See, the last real renegade the right wing had was probably Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens, and they both gone. Y'all burnt them up. Well, I told y'all they was gonna burn y'all up. Y'all didn't want to listen to me. That's why I said if Christ came back, y'all would kill him. Y'all would kill him because I done told y'all many of things that it was foretold and it came to truth, but y'all crucified me, so it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Let's go back to this joint. You know what? Let me log out of this because I think we done with Facebook for right now. So we gonna go back to this Katie individual, and she's in hot water with Wyatt. She's in very hot water with Wyatt. So we're gonna read this, and then we're gonna go into this video because they told on they show. They really told on they show when they did the Officer Tatum report. When Officer Tatum went down to Horn Island, shit, y'all thought he was gonna score a touchdown, but he really fumbled the ball. Officer Tatum fumbled the ball bad. So let's read. It says, hold on. It says Nolan Wells' friend said he hung back on Horn Island with a girl they left in their boat, but the girl apparently is telling a different story. See, the thing is, where are the fucking murder warrants at? I told you, if it was some blacks, if the roles were reversed, you already know Negroes would have been already indicted. It wouldn't be no interrogating no fucking Officer Tatum. Wouldn't be none of that shit. Are you telling me racism don't exist in this bitch? I've been locked up. And I done seen people come in on less charges than this fast. They get in there fast. Indictments come out fast. If they have any inkling of you doing something, or what is that shit called? You ain't even gotta necessarily be. It's not premeditated. No, of course it's not premeditated. Conspiracy to commit murder. That's what they go get. There are so many charges the DA can hit these kids with. And they gotta hit all of them. Shit, all of them might be hit on that damn island. If you went to that damn island, your ass would get a hit. But they keep on saying, "Oh, it was too many people." Well, how many? You had all these people, majority white T folks. You probably had like 10, 15 black folks. How in the hell is a black person coming up missing? That's the whole thing right there. You already know the Negroes stand out because they black. They got darker skin. But nobody knows where they're at. Very funny to me. Katie. And she's hot too. I ain't even gonna lie. Katie is hot. I can see why Nolan Wells stayed behind. I think I might have stayed behind for that white ass too. Let me be honest with you. That's some good white butt cheeks right there, boy. I can see why. Somebody got mad. I'll tell you that. All American white girl with a black football player, that probably pissed somebody the fuck off. You gotta know. See, Y'all Negroes don't. Y'all Negroes don't know how to deal with white women because the secret is you gotta. The secret is I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. If you find a hot white girl, if your ass is black as hell, and you find a white girl, you basically gotta take her out the damn town. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get her out. You gotta get her out that motherfucker quick. You gotta introduce her to a whole nother lifestyle. Cause guess what? Motherfuckers will contaminate. Trust me. Motherfuckers will contaminate. And guess what? They probably thought Nolan Wells was contaminating Katie. this how this shit goes when it comes to politics, street politics. 19-year-old Katie spent time with Nolan on the island before his disappearance and death, according to the Daily Mail. And Nolan's friends Warren, I think this is Warren. This ain't Wyatt. See, he turning to Wyatt right here. You see how Warren could turn into Wyatt, and Wyatt could turn into Warren. Now look at his face. Look at his face, man. And this was after Officer Tatum said, "What happened to Nolan?" He started laughing. Brody went off script, bro. Brody went off script. Officer Tatum was laughing too after he said, "What happened to Nolan?" Officer Tatum started laughing, and Warren started laughing. Warren Hudson says their group was frantically rushing off the island, but when you hear the phone call, it sounded like he was calm as hell, or he must have been drunk out of his damn mind on their vessel that took on water. So the water was flooding the boat, claiming Nolan refused to leave Katie and join them on their journey back to the Mississippi mainland. So this supposedly supposed to be the ride on the way back right here. Hold on. This is supposed to be the ride on the way back. And then somebody automatically disappears out of nowhere. What is really going on? Somebody tell me what really going on, because if that's the case, Katie, she gonna end up with a warrant too. She might end up with a warrant too, fam. So let's get back. Let's get back to this. Oh shit, my damn camera. Damn camera dropped. Yeah, let's get back to this. Oh, okay, it says their group was frantically rushing off the island as their boat took water, claiming Nolan refused to leave Katie and join them on their journey back to the Mississippi mainland. The thing is, Katie's sister Grace told Daily Mail Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came out on. Family. Katie's sister added Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him. As you know, 18-year-old Nolan never made it home from Horny Island. You got to call it Horny Island. And his body was found July 6th in its shallow waters. See, it's not really. You see how they just left it off? You see how they just left it off? Like that never happened. Very sneaky. The thing is, they need to cross-examine Warren and Katie, because those are the last two individuals that seen them. Now let's get into this video. Let me play this feedback. Play this motherfucker back. Hold on, let's play this joint back. Let's play this joint back.
You rode, and the time you get to the island, was the music? Was it like a big party? Like, what is that?
Yeah, well,
I mean, obviously music's blasting. It's 4th of July, man. I mean, you know, I mean, everybody's really excited. And I mean, we had a lot of people loaded down. So obviously our biggest, you know, we're just trying to make sure everybody, you know, gets out there safe. And so, I mean, on the way out there, pretty calm. I think it was blowing like 3 or 4 knots. I mean, the waters were clear. It was a great day to be on the water. Sunshine, not cloudy at all. And I mean, it was a great day to be out there on 4th of July. And so, I mean, we followed each other out, and I mean, it was calm. It was calm. On the way back, it was a little more rough, but it was not anything all my buddies' boats couldn't handle, or like it wasn't like we were getting really beat up or anything. I mean, it was pretty calm.
Okay, and the reason why that matters as well, right? Again, it was a calm day. He even says, yo, on the way back, it wasn't something that was too rough or that was just absolutely outrageous. And the reason why that matters, people, is because they're saying Nolan Wells drowned. Nolan's, according to his mother, was an excellent swimmer. Excellent. I'm talking about excellent swimmer. So if Nolan Wells drowned, now we were under the assumption that the waters was, if we're going by their theory, Nolan Wells drowned. Nolan Wells drowned. He was on the island and he accidentally drowned. We're going with the assumption that Nolan Wells drowned because the waters and the tides were just too crazy. It was just too much to stand and withhold. Because where Nolan Wells was at on the island, like they said, it was like waist deep. Like he wasn't even anywhere that was like where he was at on the island, it was like waist deep. You would have to go in the water, like further out before you start to get deeper and deeper and deeper. But we were under the assumption that if Nolan Wells accidentally drowned, he would have drowned because the tides was just too crazy. The tides just took him away. But they're saying it was calm waters. And even on the way back, their boat was not malfunctioned because of the tides. It was malfunctioned because of something that took place on the boat, like something that broke, a fibrillator or something that broke, a pump. So if the waters were calm enough to where it wasn't too crazy, it was a great day out on July 4th, then how did Nolan drown? Then how did Nolan drown? How did an excellent swimmer drown? How did a kid who was a peak athlete in peak physical condition, have cardio through the roof, was an excellent swimmer, how did he drown in waist deep water? How? See, the more they talk, it doesn't make sense to anybody. My thing is, bro, just shut up and let the investigation happen. Give your answers to the family. Let the family know the information. Do not sit down with a man in Officer Tatum who have called your best friend mama a grifting race hustler, who has disrespected Nolan Wells families to the nth degree. You sitting down with that man and giving him answers that it just create more questions. This creates more questions. Okay, it wasn't 4, it was 8. Oh, no, it was 30. Oh, no, we got there. It was 2,000 people. Okay, cool, and nobody saw nothing. Yo, he drowned even though he was an excellent swimmer in peak physical condition, and the waters were not rough. It was a smooth tide. So how he drowned? There was in waist deep water, so how he drowned? All right, man, come on, bro.
And so you guys get out there. I'm assuming that you line the boats up, because I'm envisioning the picture of getting out there and there's hundreds of boats. Mm-hmm. There's thousands of people. Yeah. So it wasn't just you guys on a deserted island.
Of course not.
A few people. This is thousands of people out there.
Right.
And
that's even worse.
And there's a lot of people doing what? What does it look like when you first pull up?
I pull up, and we pulled up at 10:30. I mean, it wasn't, early afternoon. I mean, it wasn't, but 10:30 is, still pretty early in the day. And when we got there was already 3 rows of boats lined up all the way, like I said, until I could see. And
when you say all you can see, you're speaking about miles.
Yeah.
Of boat. When we went out there earlier today, when we went out there, the island is massive.
Correct.
I mean, it's just several miles long.
Roughly 10 to 12 miles. I mean, it's.
So you think that the boats were stretching from one end to the next, or just a small area of about a mile or less than a mile of boats?
I mean, I think there was boats all the way around the entire island, but I think some spots were more popular than others. Like the West Tip is usually very, very crowded on the 4th of July. And everybody knows that. So that's where a lot of people park because they want to be around other people. And the East End's a little more, there's not as many people, but there's still a lot of boats out there. I mean, it's not like every area of Horn Island is covered 100%.
Wow. So you get out there, y'all jump out. What do you do? When I say jump out, you're obviously not just sitting on the boat. The island is there. Like, what exactly are people doing there? Like, are you spending more time in the water, on the island, in the boat? Like, how?
Yo, and by the way, right? Yo, understand the psychology of this. All this is filler questions. All of this are things that don't matter. The purpose of this is to humanize, like, Warren. The purpose of asking these questions, yeah, man, what you do that morning? Hey, man, I went to McDonald's and things of that sort. All right? All right, I went to, right? Right, like, you feel me? Like, right, like, yo, listen, man, I went to McDonald's, I had a meal, I was chilling, right? Like, it's filler information that, for the most part, does not belong in the story outside of humanizing Warren. And my question is, yo, why not just tell the story straight through without the fluff to give us some type of, like, shade of, like, bias, right? Like, yo, if you're coming into this seeking the truth, you're not coming into this running PR. If, let's say TMZ, or let's say, I don't know, man, the Washington Post. Now, those are also biased as well. Like, TMZ have their biases when it comes to Kim Kardashian. So for the most part, if you're going to an unbiased platform, you're not trying to give us a lens of bias. You're not trying to give us shades of bias towards Warren. You're saying, tell us the story. You're not trying to have him add information for us to have sympathy or to humanize him, right? Because the purpose of that is, I mean, listen, man, he woke up and, like, went to McDonald's. What type of killer goes to McDonald's? No, just tell us what happened. Hey man, what did y'all do on the island? Oh yeah, yo, me and Nolan was drinking, having fun with our family and friends, and we were, man, all right, bro, man, get to what.
I mean,
Other people have phones on the
absolutely
boat?
not. Like there was at least, well, I rode out here on a different boat, like I told you, and I grabbed my phone when I left the Palm Beach to get on the boat with Triton. I mean, to get on the boat with White because we were having, boat issues. And when I got on the boat, there was phones everywhere on the console. I mean, everywhere. Like, I mean, there was everybody's phone that was sitting around the boat was on the console. Like, we had phones that we didn't even know whose they were, and people just leave their phone, especially when people are drinking and, they're not in the right state of mind. A lot of people are like, oh, I'll just leave my phone, I'll get it later, and that's.
So, okay, so Nolan's idea was, I'm gonna get my phone later while y'all leave the island. So how is he gonna get home? Okay, if he would have caught a ride back on the dock, how would he have gotten home without his phone? How would he have called for an Uber or ride or something? Because the boat would have dropped him back off on the dock. How would he have caught a ride? If Nolan was so drunk, if he was so out of his mind and so woozy and so drunk that he didn't even care about his phone, he was just so drunk and so out of it, y'all choose to still leave him behind? I don't care what my friends say. If my friend is so drunk that he's damn near unconscious and doesn't care about his phone, he's just completely out of it and void of all sense, I'm taking my friend with me, bro. I don't care if I got to swing him over my shoulders, he's going with me. None of this explains anything we have asked. This was what 2 parts. This is part 2. This is 2 parts so far. We've watched the entire thing, 2 parts so far, of them answering every irrelevant question that has nothing to do with nothing and picking and choosing what to respond to. See, they don't pick the questions that you actually have to give an answer to. They don't pick the questions you actually, where you actually, no cap, no kizzy, you actually have to fess up to something. They picking and choosing. Well, why was the phone on the boat when he was in the water? Oh no, because the water was knee high. Yeah, no shit, dummy. Now, why did y'all take the phone? Well, we didn't know whose phone it was. Okay, so Nolan never asked you guys for his phone when y'all told him multiple times y'all was leaving? All right, man.
The way it is around here, you don't take your phone and walk around the island. There's plenty of phones on the boat, and spread out between the 3 boats that we had. And I mean, we had 20 plus people on the spread between our 3 boats, so of course everybody's phone was on the boat. I never saw someone in the water that day sitting with their phone in their hand, scrolling on anything or even taking pictures in the water. Yeah, someone might hop out the boat. A lot of girls like to take pictures, in the water, and so do guys. But girls want to take pictures in the water.
Nobody has ever asked in life nobody has ever asked in life why was Nolan's phone not with him when he was in the water. Yo, shout to O'Shea. O'Shea said, check your inbox on Instagram, O'Shea. Yo, for Jerry Curl and stuff. I mean, if you go to Lazo said there's a guy named Dave Anderson that you can debate or talk to about the sports stuff with. On Sunday, Michael's live on Sunday. Yo, O'Shea, I'm gonna call you or text you like after this live. Yeah, okay, Dave Anderson. All right, cool. Shout out to Dave Anderson, man. Shout out to Dave. So Black Republican says, clearly you've never partied at the lake. LOL. If you're drinking at the lake trying to hit, you are not worried or even think about your phone. Okay, Black Republican, please call in after the segment, okay? Call in after we get through the 3rd part. Let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth, please. Please, okay? Let's go back and forth. Play defense for Warren. Let's go back and forth. Let's have a discussion for everybody to see. Don't have behind super chats. Let's actually have a discussion, okay? Please, let's have a discussion. Nobody has ever asked in life why did Nolan not have his phone in the water? Nobody has ever asked that. We've asked, why did Nolan not get his phone when y'all was leaving if he was going to stay behind and get a ride somewhere else? So Nolan didn't think, hey, bro, give me back my phone. Yo, this makes no sense.
After a second, you might hop out the boat and be like, oh, I'm snapping this picture of myself or of someone else. But as soon as I get back in the boat, I'm getting back in the water and I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yeah, that's just common sense, man. And describe to me what the day was like. I saw a video online. How hectic was it out here? I mean, right now it's barren. There's not a lot of people out here. Right. But clearly that's not what it was on the 4th of July. So, like, how dense was it with people here?
Well, I mean, you look at all the videos, that are spread out online. A lot of them, you can't believe what you see all the time online. You know that better than anybody.
But now, Officer Tatum, he did drop a video with Stephen A. Smith earlier. Stephen A. Smith and some black what was he? A public defender? Not a public defender. He was a defense attorney. And they had a little debate too. And I don't think your boy Officer Tatum, he didn't ask enough questions, man. He didn't ask the hard questions. Like, when you're doing an investigation, especially as a retired police officer, man, you should be asking hardball questions. He came down to Mississippi and threw softballs on Horn Island. So A lot of the black community already canceled Officer Tatum, so he has to appeal to his white crowd. So he has to appeal to the hard right. But when you're dealing with a murder case like this, and you throwing softball questions and you smiling after you ask Warren, hey, what happened to Nolan Wells, and you start laughing like, come on, bro. This is why Officer Tatum get a lot of hate, because he's a real raccoon. I know some of y'all follow Officer Tatum, but he went down here and threw softballs. So y'all know he threw softballs too. And I think with this Officer Tatum interview, he basically he thought he was helping him out, but he really screwed him over. He really screwed Wyatt over, because Wyatt he had a few hiccups. He had a few hiccups, but if you don't have your ear open and you ain't listening to what he's really saying and how his story conflicts with certain times where he's supposed to be at, they caught red-handed. Boys caught red-handed. Now you just gotta wait on the damn warrants. Now you gotta see what the DA's gonna do, because like I said, I think Warren's parents is a judge or something like that. So conflicting stories, y'all. I'm just saying, it's conflicting stories.
But I mean, there was boats lined up all the way down the island, and there was rows. There was a first row, there's a second row. We were in the third row where it drops off, and then there was even boats in front of us. And this went all the way down towards the east end of the island, and then there was people on the east tip, and we're on the north side now, but there was people on the south side.
Yo, look at it. Yo, exclusive screenshot. What the fuck? Yo, bro, hey, yo, that's like a Boondocks kid. Exclusive screenshot. Yo, what's exclusive about this screenshot? Yo, what does this prove, bro? What does this, come, bro, I go lie, Tatum, bro, you cut the mess, bro. Tatum cut the nonsense, bro. Exclusive screenshots. These exclusive screenshots will prove and answers to tough questions. Coming in part 3, we got exclusive screenshots. Tatum, what the fuck, what are you talking about, homie? Yo, you gotta cut the nonsense, bro. Tatum, you are an absolute sellout, bro. What is this? Yo, what are we talking about, bro? What's going on here, man? What are we getting to, bro? What are we getting to right now, bro? What is life? What is this? What is this? How does this answer any of the questions we're talking about? Yo, Tatum spent the last week and a half calling us grifters, then broke up this interview into about 5 parts, 15 minutes each. 15 minutes each, 5 different parts, 15 minutes each, addressing nothing that pertains to the actual questions, while also teasing exclusive information that's not exclusive. Man, what the hell is this, bro?
Lined up all the way down. If you talk to anybody on the coast about this, they know that.
Bro.
I mean, 4th of July, this is the hot spot. This is where people want to be. This is where people want to come out, hang out with their family and friends.
And people say that you guys just left Nolan behind. Right. I've seen reports of people saying that you just left him. I see reports of people saying that you asked him to get on the boat. You told him to get on the boat. He didn't. What's the truth in that?
Well, Wyatt was having boat issues, and the bilge wouldn't pump. So the bilge is basically a pump that releases water from your boat when water comes in. So I opened the.
Hold on, let me read this comment. Gotta add your commentary, fam. Whatever is funny, logical. Yeah, I gotta watch this, because I didn't finish watching this earlier. I was watching it earlier. Yeah, I wanted to see what was going on, but yeah, we just chilling and see, because we gotta spot the hiccups. You know what I'm saying? We gotta spot the hiccups, but do go let you know. So we doing commentary on top of commentary, but he gonna let you know. I just didn't get finished watching it, but let's get it.
Back hatch, and there's water up to the batteries, and that is obviously not good. There's water almost coming over the transom, which is where your motors sit, and which is by the stern, like in the back part of the boat. So obviously we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with, and the girl is a witness to that too.
Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up, because I think it's important for people to have the context of like what it was on that day, what happened, what didn't happen. And the beauty of all of this is that you guys have evidence to prove that, of course, you asked Nolan to come on and different things like that. So, but anyway, man, I appreciate you, giving me a rundown of kind of what it was like. And hopefully people can understand what the truth is and make their own decision on facts.
Right. I mean, based off.
yo, break a lie, yo. These people are absolutely. hey, man, listen, man, the folks can make the decision on facts. Yo, part 3 is probably even more ridiculous than but listen, part 3 is where he, I guess, actually addresses Nolan's being left on the island. The last 2 parts was an absolute waste of time. But we actually had to go through each and everything so that y'all can actually hear and see the ridiculousness of this.
There's not a lot of people that are from the Mississippi Gulf Coast that don't understand Horn Island and don't understand the way boating works. And, boating is a tight-knit community. I like to fish a lot. And, there's, everybody knows everybody. I know a lot of fishermen on the Gulf Coast. They know me and my buddies because we like to go in the water all the time. I mean, that's what we do in the summer. And, a lot of people from the Gulf Coast know the truth behind it. Oh, you don't take your phone out the boat. The little facts. It's a difficult subject. This Horn Island.
Yo, hold on, yo. What's up with these jump cuts, yo? What's up with these jump cuts, bruh?
It's all good, Brody. But yeah, like we were saying before, he cutting up, chopping up the damn video and shit. Like, there's a lot of inconsistencies. And I believe he did a 3-part, 4-part series of this. Some say he got 10 parts. Some say he got 10 parts, but they actually just telling on themselves. But let's continue with the video. We gonna be here all night. I'm gonna let y'all know this gonna be a long show. I'm gonna see how long I can last until wifey called me upstairs. I'm gonna see how long we can last, but if not, we'll just, because this is part 3. This is a whole series. We already on part 3. So let's continue.
Y'all don't find these dumb cuts like suspicious at all? Do anybody find suspicious?
Oh, you don't take your phone out the boat. The little facts. It's a difficult subject.
Come on, bruh. Come on.
Yep, 10 parts. He cut that shit up like yeah, he cut that shit up like Osiris. He cut his body up like Osiris. Yeah, he chopped him up real good. And guess what? They all say the same shit. So Oscar Tatum, he know how to stretch his content. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. A lot of people don't follow these individuals, but they don't catch on till later on. But it's already too late. It's already hypocrite nation at that point. So a lot of people just comb over certain mistakes, but other people point them out, like, hey, you need to pay attention to this, but they usually don't. So, it is what it is. People go wake up on their own time. I'm not gonna bash them over their head tonight. People just go wake up on their own time. But let's get it.
Truth behind it. Oh, you don't take your phone out the boat. The little facts. It's a.
It's.
Oh yeah, you said he's a token brother. Yes, he is. He's a raccoon. He is a raccoon. And guess what? He went over there to Israel, and him and his entourage got spit on. So. And allegedly, it's real shit. Go check if you don't believe me, go check the stats. He got spit on in Israel. And the thing is, allegedly, Benjamin Satan Yahoo is paying him $8,000 a month. Yeah, some say he was getting paid $8,000 a month by Israel. Oh shit. Let's get it, man. Officer Tatum been exposed, man. The way he got his content set up, he go make them white dollars. He go ciphering them white dollars, bro. You can't be mad at him. You can't be mad at him too. Trust me, I done seen worse in this damn community. I seen a full-blown rapist. I seen a full-blown rapist collect dollars. I seen a full-blown scam artist in this damn movement collect dollars. After he graped too. After he great too. Desecrated. I'm talking about desecrated the movement. People act like that shit didn't happen. They said Israel children have to raise a cat for 2 years, then snap the cat's neck to see if it. Damn, for real? That must be a ritual. I love TikTok. I love YouTube. We do not promote violence on this channel. Allegedly, you gotta say allegedly, but that's some crazy ass shit. Let's get to it.
For example, right? They asked him, yo, but tell us about like when Nolan told you that was exclusive that nobody has ever heard before. Tell us what Nolan told you that even the family doesn't know yet. Jump cut, never says it. Gets to talking too much. Hey man, these little facts about the jump cut, move on something else. What? Why is Tatum going out of his way to protect these people?
Difficult subject. This Horn Island's like 11 miles long. Not to be exact, but around 11 miles long. It's not like this is a sliver of an island. It's a quarter mile. It's like a sandbar. No, this goes on to, even if we came around this corner right here, Brandon, we couldn't even see the end of the island.
They said when you're going off that coast, it says it drops like from your neck to like 17 foot. It's a complete drop. That's a hell of a drop right there, boy. Especially if you don't know how to swim.
Oh, really? It's that long.
Really?
Yeah, I mean.
I thought that was the end right there.
No. I mean, it goes all the way down there, and I mean, it's a big island. There's a lot of people out here, and I mean, that's the truth. That's the way it was.
Man, bro, price of tea in China. Now, listen, there's actually more parts. Oh, Tatum is the ultimate grifter, bro. Tatum is the ultimate grifter. Yo, there's more parts actually. So let's get to it. So this is part. Okay, this is part 3. Now, apparently Tatum is. I heard there's like a 10-part series. Like there's like 10 parts that I heard. Okay, but this is part 3, where I guess he spoke on. This is where, again, this is 24 minutes. This is where he actually speaks on, by the way, what took place with Nolan, or why Nolan was left behind. So let's get to it, man.
All right, so I want to be clear with this one thing, because I know you mentioned before. Is there any chance or any knowledge that you have that anybody deleted stuff from his phone?
Everybody was out there. The group was
to leave prematurely,
right?
And explain that, because you guys got there around 10. Yeah. It's now 4:30. Right. People are still out there partying and they're having a good time, but something happened to where it necessitated you guys to get the boat up and running. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So I had a girl come up to me and say, "Hey, your brother just got in a fight." And obviously I have a younger brother, and that's what she was talking about. And I was freaked out. So I walked over to the beach, and I didn't walk over. I ran over. I made a beeline. I didn't talk to anybody.
No. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, because you guys.
Now we get. Let's go. Now we getting somewhere now, man. Now, if Warren and his group of friends were black, Officer Tatum would have called them hooligans. He would have called them thugs. I'll be real, bro. It felt like Nolan, because they described Nolan as what? Warren said Nolan ain't never said a bad word about anybody. Nolan is a great kid. Nolan's a good kid. No. Oh, no. Nolan was rolling around with a bunch of thugs. Nolan was rolling around with a bunch of thugs. A bunch of people who was going around causing problems and trouble.
Yeah, you're right. You know how Officer Tatum would have flipped that shit around and said, "Oh, they was fighting? Oh, well, of course somebody got shot or stabbed." Or I love TikTok. I love YouTube. But that's what Officer Tatum would have said out his mouth. But like I said, when the roles are reversed, he can't burn up his fans. And like I said, he just got crucified because he took up for that black lady shooting that damn veteran in the Walmart parking lot. So he lost about 25K followers over that statement. He went off script. And he actually did his due diligence and got burnt up. Yeah, he actually did his due diligence and got burnt up. But when Officer Tatum side with black people, he loses followers. When he goes with the white tea folks, that's when they love him. So he got a love-hate relationship with his following. But how the hard right is, if you're not aligned with the hard right, they go cancel your ass. They got cancel culture on the right, and they got cancel culture on the left. For real. And guess what? Every time Trump in office, there's a lot of canceling going on. Y'all notice that? Still canceling going on. People's pages getting shut down. If they speak against you know who, if you speak against the small hats, your page getting shut the fuck down. Just like just like when the liberals was in power. You spoke down on Cowhead 19, your page got shut down. Yeah, you speak bad on the Wuhan virus, yeah, your page was getting shut down, fam. See, a lot of y'all I'm still suffering from 2020. My channel still suffering from 2020. He know who keep his lights on, man. Of course, everything connected. But if you want to take these people out, you got to do it from the inside out. You got to become a demon your damn self. If you want to take over evil, you got to become evil. Oh no, that's one of the 100. What is it? What is it? The books of power. I think that's like 50 in that book. Yeah, 101 laws of power. I think that's like 55. If you want to take out your enemy, you got to become evil. You can't be goody two shoes. You can't be goody two shoes busting in a whorehouse trying to find dope and shit. You got to become an undercover agent. You got to become you got to become Denzel Washington off training day, damn near, to take out the mob boss. You think they gonna let a cornball bust them or goody two shoes? Oh, that'd be too fucking obvious. So yeah, you need demons to take out demons. So let's roll. Let's roll.
We're thugs. Now listen. Now these thugs who was on the island causing trouble, fighting, getting in brawls, want to believe that they ain't take their anger out on them. Man, listen, man. Once you show me you got the proclivity for violence, I have to apply that when I make an assumption on your guilt. These is thugs, man. These is violent criminals. These are the usual suspects. Oh no, y'all been paying these kids as if these kids are like model scholars the whole time. They're a group of thugs. Now you mean to tell me, man, these thugs who was on the island getting violent ain't get violent with no? I don't know, man. Oh no. Now Tatum, now you getting somewhere, Tatum.
My buddy's Padon.
Yeah, so y'all
Man,
pretty much
keep
having a good
cooking,
time.
son.
And then you guys get ready to leave prematurely.
Right.
And like, explain that, because you guys got there around 10.
Yeah.
It's now 4:30.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
People are still out there partying and
Right.
they're having a good time, but something happened to where it necessitated you.
Wait. Hold on, Tatum. Hold on. Y'all missed that.
Because you guys got there around 10.
Yeah.
It's now 4:30.
Right.
People are
Hold on, though. They said they left at 3. They said the boat was taking water at 3.
Yep, that timing is off right there. At 3:30 between 4:30, that timing is. They told us, man. The thing is, if that was a true and honest DA down in Mississippi, he would get the arrest warrants right after this damn interview would call for arrest warrant. 3:30 now, 4:30. Yeah, I think they could. They'll eventually get indicted for it, but. And then yesterday we had an episode. We did an episode. His whole throat was missing. So somebody choked his ass out. Somebody crushed his Adam's apple. Probably threw him off the boat. Probably killed him right in front of Katie. I love TikTok. I love YouTube. Yeah, I ain't promoting no violence on this channel. We love everybody. That's what probably happened. Motherfucker choked him out right in front of Katie. Mm-hmm. Let's get it. I'm just speculating.
They drove out. They didn't call for help. Help came. They went back, and they got like told away, or right, like help came, fixed whatever they had going on, and then they left at about 4:30. They initiated the leave at 3 p.m. according to them. Got stuck because their pump wasn't working. Called for help, and then they left. So they departed the island finally at 4:30. But Tatum says, no, the altercation started at 4:30 and they ultimately left at 4:30. Those timelines doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all.
Still out there partying and
Right.
they're having a good time, but something happened to where
They were still having a good time at 4:30. They said, listen, they said they left at 3. No, Judge says last time they seen Nolan was 3 p.m. They left the island at 4:30. They said, again, when you look at the timeline they gave the police, they started to leave the island at 3 p.m. They got stuck on the northwest part of the island. They called for help. Help came, fixed out their boat, and then they left at 4:30. So hence, if you was already leaving at 3 p.m., the reason for you leaving at 4:30 wouldn't be because a fight took out.
where it necessitated you guys to get the boat up and running. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So I looked up, I had a girl come up to me and say, hey, your brother just got in a fight. And obviously I have a younger brother, and that's what she was talking about. And I was freaked out. So I walked over to the beach, and I didn't walk over. I ran over. I made a beeline. I didn't talk to anybody, put my drink down and walked over there. And my brother was kind of angry, and, there was a lot going on, but someone was getting pulled away. I don't know who it was. And my brother was like, oh, I just got in a fight, and this guy punched me in the face.
And see, I think the dude that got pulled away was Nolan. That's just my assessment. But yeah, just hear what he says, man. Just don't sound right. Something just don't sound right, y'all. Y'all know it too. A lot of people know this story don't add up, but if they speak, if they speak, if they speak ill towards it, some people will get canceled. If they speak, trying to solve, if they were trying to solve the case, some people will look at them the wrong way because they going off code. You get what I'm saying? So, Officer Tatum, he already made his assessment. And the thing is, if these boys get charged, if these boys actually get charged with murder, Officer Tatum, his career is over. His career, that'll be an epic fail. That'd be like you try to help. Well, I don't think he might be undercover. Officer Tatum might just be undercover right now. You never know. He's an officer. And I guess the mother of Warren felt comfortable for their son to be interviewed by this raccoon. Yeah, they felt mighty comfortable. But what if Officer Tatum was playing devil's advocate? I'm just saying, because this whole interview right here that Officer Tatum is doing is incriminating the fuck out of Wyatt. This ain't letting them go. This is incriminating them. Y'all do know that, right? I hope y'all didn't know Warren and Wyatt was safe with Officer Tatum. Anytime you dealing with Officer Tatum, he gonna get you jammed up. Why you think he doing the same thing I'm doing? They doing podcasts. You gotta think people with doctor's degrees, bachelor degrees. Guess what they doing? Same thing I'm doing. That means they're losers. They doing the same thing I'm doing. Retired basketball players. They supposed to be doing something else in life. They're not supposed to be doing the same thing. You see how everybody met up? No matter what the hell you doing it. How did that happen? Somebody tell me, how did that happen? That was pre-planned right there. Oh, we gotta have everybody just join in the metaverse. This would be everybody's side hustle or what they call the end of the road.
And I punched him right back, and then went to the ground. My brother put him in an armbar. And
was Nolan involved in any of this?
Absolutely not. When I was over there, there was a bunch of younger guys like my brother's age, and I mean, Nolan. I never saw Nolan over there.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And but
Come on, man.
Okay, sorry, I just lost my.
Nah, come on. Nah, come on. Why did he ask you if Nolan was involved? Made you lose your thought. And look at him smiling. Look, we got them. Oh, we got them. Look at him. Look at this, people. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. Him asking, was Nolan involved? Made him lose his train of thought. Look at him smile. What? We ain't see a smile. Wow. Wow. What?
He turned into a demon. That don't look like. Let me show you who that look like, bro. Brody turned into a straight demon, fam. That's scary right there, bro. That is scary. Who does that look like? The Goat Guy Pan. He looked like the Goat Guy Pan. Mighty funny. He got this demonic look on him. Right after Officer Tatum asked him that question, he went off script and started laughing like he actually shapeshifted into a fucking demon. Look at the chin. Look at the pointy ears. The pointy nose. Demon time. He's a demon. You can't tell me he didn't shift into LD Blanco or what they call the White Devil. This shit crazy, fam. And Officer Tatum, he's no better. Let's continue. This shit wild, fam. I told you this shit wild.
Oh, yo, was Nolan involved? He says no. And then he starts to look at a smile this big. What's funny about this? What's funny about this? I'm so confused. What's funny? Look at this devil. Look, come on, bruh. This ain't suspicious to y'all. This ain't suspicious. We got him. We got him. Let's rewind it back real quick, people. Well, watch this.
So you get
No. Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. What? Look at this devil.
No, I never saw Nolan.
No. Watch this, okay? Okay? He's telling the story full with no hiccups. Oh, no. He got the script down packed with no hiccups. I
don't know who it was. Someone was angry, and there was a lot going on, but someone was getting pulled away. I don't know who it was.
Murder is the code, man. Murder is the code. These white boys been listening to too much Gucci and G. Murder is the code, bro. I don't know who it was, homie. I don't know what happened. We came over. We got busy. I don't know what happened. Murder. Yo, these folks is thugs, bro. These is thugs. These is gangsters. Yo, the man said, listen, man, we on national television. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Why are we treating these people like they just regular kids? Yo, this is murder, bro. Nah, homie. This is a G. This kid is gay. Man, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what took place. Murder. We never. Come on, man. Lip is. Dog.
Someone was getting pulled away. I don't know who it was. And my brother was like, I just got in a fight. And this guy punched me in the face. And I punched him.
So somebody punched your brother in the face. You came over and you don't know who punched your brother in the face? Man, murder, man.
Right back. And then went to the ground. My brother put him in an armbar. And
was Nolan involved in any of this?
Absolutely not. When I was over there was a bunch of younger guys like my brother's age. And I mean, Nolan, I never saw Nolan over there. Yeah. Absolutely not. And okay, sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Come on. Cuz. We ain't see, listen, man, we ain't see this man smile.
Brody went off script, didn't he? I told you. This shit crazy. They doing this live on TV, but you can't keep things hidden for too long. Somebody saying something, like, come on, bro. Like, really. This just lets you know charges need to be filed after this interview. I think they might just be waiting on Officer Tatum to do his informant. I think he's an informant right now. Officer Tatum might just be an informant right now. In a backwards world, that's what I'm thinking, because he got these boys jammed. He thought he was going down there clearing the airway, but this motherfucker done clogged traffic. Old beef patty face ass looking nigga. Officer Tatum got the face of a goddamn flat face school bus. I do not like Officer Tatum. Somehow he came through. He came through this time. Let's get it.
Or laugh the entire interview. The minute they ask him, okay, an altercation so violent. An altercation so violent, y'all had the person in a headlock. Punches got thrown, fists got thrown. You don't know who punched your brother in the face. You don't know who your brother put in the headlock. Cool. Was Nolan involved? This is the reaction right here, man. Oh my God. Now look at this. Yo, look at this guy right here. Yo, look at how despicable this dude is, man. Look at how despicable Tatum is. Look at Tatum's face too. Look at this guy, man. Hey, yo, look at this guy real quick. Look at Tatum's face. Yo, I swear, yo, listen, man, I don't ever in life want white validation this bad, bro. Yo, Tatum thinks he's white.
Damn, they burning up Tatum. I told you, Tatum been burnt up. Officer Tatum been burnt up, man. And I told y'all to quit fucking with hamburger face. Y'all did not want to quit fucking with fried patty face. Now, when you follow fried patty face and you repeat what fried patty said, you look stupid. Because guess what? A lot of right-wing lug nuts skip past content like this because it goes against their beliefs. And that's okay. That's okay. But the thing is, y'all need to know who's grifting. It seems like the faker you get, the more money you go generate in this world. The more witchcraft you can perform on the general public, the more dollars you can suck out their ass. But when you give them intelligence, when you give them wisdom, when you give them awareness, you get stomped on like a damn bug. So when the world goes sour, just know whose fault it is. Just know whose fault it is. It's the people that's who I like to call, Johnny come lately. Yeah, Johnny come lately is a disease. All right, you don't want what Johnny come lately has. Okay, now let's get into the video, fam. You see his eyes is wide open. Okay, and I'm pretty sure they was getting their nose dirty on that damn boat. We all know they was getting their nose dirty off that nose candy. They was probably off them beans. They was probably off some kratom. Them young kids, they off that kratom. They off that gas station heroin. And I bet you, if you got a teenager, I hope my son ain't doing that shit. But I warn my son about certain things, but you could warn your kids about certain things, and they'll go do it anyway. They'll go try it out for themselves.
Come on, so I can go back upstairs.
They'll go try it out for themselves. All right, let's get in. Let me change my background back up. Okay. Let's get into the video.
You can't tell Tatum he's not a Caucasian, man. You can't tell Tatum he's not a Norwegian Viking. Well, yo, when Tatum looks in the mirror, he sees a Norwegian Viking. Those Norwegians, the 6'5", big, strong, powerful white boys. Tatum thinks it's him. Nah, yo, I be real, Tatum. You despicable, homie. Yo, you one of a kind, bro. I ain't never met a black man like you before, bro. Now, some people, listen, Justin Lee is bad, and Justin Lee is top 2. I think with this interview, bro, Tatum has overtaken Justin Lee as the greatest sellout in Black American history. Straight up. And this is crazy.
So you
how do you get to laugh and talking about your best friend's death?
You get ready to go. There's an issue with the boat.
Okay, yeah.
And this is
Well,
what
this led up to that. That's what I was saying.
So the fight happened with your brother, or the scuffle.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming that it was cleared up.
You're right.
You got your brother out of that
Right.
situation, and then how did you find out that this boat is sinking?
Well, I walk back over, and like we're probably around each other for a little bit. I mean, you know,
Wait, why Tatum got? Wait, hold on, bro. I'm sorry for pausing. Yo, why Tatum got this dude? Out of the situation fast as hell. Yo, Tatum cut off the kid before the kid even finished the story about the altercation. He cut him off completely. Yo, Tatum cut him off completely. Yo, Tatum said, "Hey, bro, you get a search. Let's get past it." Tatum completely pivots off the altercation and the fight. You ask about Nolan, the kid starts laughing. You pivot completely. Hold on, man.
And how did you find out
Oh,
that this boat is
nah.
I walk back over, and like we're probably around each other for a little bit. I mean, you know, I wasn't.
Hold on, I can magnify it. My bad. I can magnify it right quick. I mean, let me do this. Let's see. Can y'all see that? I can't go no farther than that. That's a white dude. That ain't Nolan. That ain't Nolan. She hugged up with another dude. Well, Nolan was light skinned, but that looked like a white leg hanging out the damn. Is that her leg? Or his leg? See? Things are just not added up, y'all.
I wasn't thinking anything about it. I told my brother. I pulled my brother off the beach, and I was just like, "Listen, get in the water, hang out with us, calm down." I mean, he was calm, but I didn't want anything else to happen, you know. And so once I got back over the boat, I got on the Triton, and the Triton had probably about 6 inches of water up to the transom, and I was freaked out because I'm good friends with Wyatt, and that was his boat, and you know, no water's coming out, no access water's coming out, and you know, it was a big issue because I think the reason was because there were so many people getting on and off the boat. And at some point, the boat was very, very crowded, and there was just a lot of people on, so that it drags water in. And eventually, I think over time, we were out there for a couple hours. The boat just started filling up with water. So I popped the starboard side hatch, and the battery was completely underwater, and so the motor wouldn't trim down. I mean, my buddy would go to trim it down from the console, and it'd trim down, and then it'd come right back up. And so Wyatt's trying to throw a rear anchor, so we're caught, and he's, you know, yelling at people. Everybody's kind of freaking out, and eventually, I'm like yelling at other people, trying to tell them, you know, calm down, like, you know, the boat could possibly sink, you know, and I'm not paying attention to everyone around me. I was paying attention to my buddy's boat, and that's what all my other friends that were on that boat were doing, trying to solve the problem.
So you're on the boat now. The water's getting up to the point where the boat may be disabled to where you couldn't get it out from Horn Island. So what happens after that?
Wyatt jumps to the water, tries to throw a rear anchor, and my buddy Meyer, you're sitting looking, trying to pull trash out the bilge, and the bilge is basically a pump that pulls the access water out the boat. So the bilge was failing to work. So any excess water was just sitting in the boat. It wasn't getting pumped out. And I looked over the gunnel, and I looked at the release hole for the bilge, and it was even with the water. So, I mean, we're all freaking out. All of our, you know, we're not focused on anything else other than the boat. Well, then eventually my buddy Bart on the tide line is like, "I'm going to pull y'all out to where we're out of all this, you know, all this chaos." Cause we left at 4:30, and there were still just as many people there, if not more than when we got there. I mean, probably around.
But his mom, Ashley Cole, says the last time they seen Nolan was at 3:30. Now, I think it's in this part where he speaks on his last conversation with Nolan. again, because a lot of us don't know much about boats, we assume they were already far out in the water calling for help and rescue. Apparently, no, they were still on the island, just working on the boat when they were calling for help. He says they left at 4:30. So the story of, hey, bro, we left at 3, got stranded, called for help, they brought us back, and then they and then they fixed whatever, and then we left and got the boat towed. Apparently, that's cat. They left at 4:30. Now, he's about to explain, I think at some point, his last conversation with Nolan. His mama, Ashley Cole, says that they last seen Nolan at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. was the last time they seen Nolan and told Nolan they were leaving immediately. Now, watch this. They told Nolan at 3, hey, bro, we leaving immediately. Come on. Now, watch this.
Not the same amount. I mean, it was crazy. Like, there was a lot of people. And, I mean, eventually, Bart pulls us out. You know, we left at 4:30, but we really weren't pulled out away from everybody. We were probably about a quarter mile out, and we had the towing strap pulled from, Bart's port side cleat or starboard side cleat, and he was on our starboard side bow. And so it was rubbing on his power pole. So Bart turned around, pulled up next to our boat, and we were just trying to get it situated. So that's when Wyatt called Cito. And Wyatt was like, calls him, because the cell service isn't great at the island, but once you can use your phone, but stuff might not descend. And it's not great. You got,
hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. We getting closer. Hold on now. So at 4:30 was when the nonsense started. Apparently they came back. Now, we getting closer now, because I think what he's about to say is, we then told Nolan, hey, bro, we got to go. Now watch
maybe
this.
one bar, it won't work that well. But once you get a little off the island, you have cell coverage. And even on the island, like I called my mom when we were on the island, it was fine.
Okay.
Like we had
getting closer.
enough cell coverage to make a phone call or shoot a text over, but you don't have enough cell coverage to like send a picture, for example. So what?
So I want to go back.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want to touch on that real quick, because the phone thing came up at some point. And so was it when you guys got off the boat?
Yeah.
I mean, were people taking their phones off the boat, or is that not typical? Because I know that Nolan's phone was left on the boat,
right?
Even though after you guys had left. So can you explain that? Because I think people need to understand this a little clearer.
Yeah.
Was it typical for people to have their phones left on boats, or did they keep their phones in the water?
Yeah. I mean,
we've already talked about this before.
Everybody kind of goes out to the island to get away from, their phones and everything else. I know I got on the boat to get away from, just the regular world. And no, when you're waist deep in water, no one's carrying their phone in their.
And see, they keep on saying the same shit. Okay, man, we get that. What the fuck happened last time you seen him with Katie? That's all we want to know. All that other shit is irrelevant. You see how they keep on saying the same alibi? That's a clear indication of a damn crime. Telling me the same fucking shit 50 million times? Come on, man. You really think, how old is this dude? 19? You think this 19-year-old is really outsmarting a real adult? Just by his conversation, you think he outsmart? If this white dude, white tee, young kid, outsmarted you with this damn interview, shame on you. Shame on you. Because that's what I'm saying. This is a luxury of being from the street. You know when somebody's fucking lying to your ass. See, if you ain't from the streets, if you from a particular part of the town, you don't know what the fuck going on. You'll fall for anything. You'll ask directions and end up in the West End somewhere, getting your head beat in. But you're a good person. But you're not aware. Just like this situation. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this dude has an alibi. This is what you call an alibi.
And especially at Horn Island, the water has been very, very murky because of the rain. And
man, but skip this part, bro. Man, listen,
it's just very risky. If you're gonna have your phone in the water, some people might have a couple minutes and like maybe take some pictures of each other. I know a lot of girls like to take pictures in the water at Horn Island. Guys do too. Like people like to take pictures, but a lot of pictures you see are on the boat for a reason. And so, no, if somebody's on their phone in the water, they're using it real quick and they put it right back on the boat. We were all wasting water. No one's sitting there scrolling on their phone. I never saw it once. I've never seen that once. I've been out the island my whole life. I mean, it's just not something people do. People are on their phones, and everybody has their phone, yes, but it's always on the boat. No one's getting off the boat with their phone.
So you got ready to leave out of there, getting towed out. And then where's Nolan in this situation?
Well, Nolan was.
Now, y'all getting ready to leave up out of there. Y'all are getting towed out. Now, again, he said this was 4:30. 4:30 is when they were getting towed out. Okay.
Towed out.
So
you guys get ready to leave out of there, getting towed out.
At 4:30.
And then where's Nolan in this situation?
Well, Nolan was, the last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. And Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. Katie. And Katie Nolan was sitting there, and the last time I saw him, I looked at Nolan, and Nolan was like shaking his head, laughing. And I was like, "Dude, you crazy?" I was like just joking with him. And but anyway, Nolan, that was the last time I laid eyes on him. But when we were leaving, obviously, no one is getting left at the island that came with us.
Now, here's why that don't make sense. Now, again, before we get there, though, he says the reason why they were leaving abruptly is because his brother got into a fight. His brother ain't getting into a fight at 3 p.m. now. Yo, bro, we leaving. So they told Nolan, hey, bro, we leave right now because the boat is messed up, bro. We leaving right now. The boat messed, we leave right now. And then you stayed an additional hour and 30? Huh? You told Nolan at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. You noticed your boat was apparently like messed up, had some type of thing wrong with the pump at 4:30. You called for help at 4:30. So why was you there for an hour and 30 if you was rushing Nolan to come and leave with you immediately? These are the questions they never answer. These are the questions they never press him on. They never press him on it. You told the kid, yo, it's an emergency, Nolan. We got to leave right now, bro. Our stuff is, bro. We got to leave right now, bro, at 3 p.m. But you ain't call for help until 4:30 and leave the island like after 4:30.
Nolan.
That should have been a warrant. That should have been a warrant right there. That's enough to get you a warrant right there to conspiracy of murder. What did I tell y'all? White supremacy is real, y'all. Y'all think that shit fake. And ain't nothing wrong with admitting to it. It's been happening since the beginning of the country. So I don't understand why people get offended when we calling this shit out. Because like I said, if it was some blackies doing this shit, you already know it's hammer time. We ain't gotta say too much about it. Like, come on, bro. It could be in the hip. Like, some people just hypocritical towards these crimes. Like, come on, we all know. See, this crime is about race, fam. This crime, the reason why it's about race is because if the shoe was on the other foot, that's the reason why. It's not, ain't got nothing to do with the crime itself. It's just if the shoe was on the other foot, motherfuckers be behind in back max. Motherfucker be in back max. Eating ramen noodles and shit right now. Okay?
No, that was the last time I laid eyes on him. But when we were leaving, obviously, no one is getting left at the island that came with us unless they demanded to, be there and ask, this is a very common thing at Horn Island. When you're out there, a lot of people ride out there with someone and in with somebody else all the time. I've done that 100 times. It's a very common thing. But Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues. And no, he didn't say that. He was panicking. Nolan, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolan multiple times to get on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming, you got to come now. And
Nolan, get on the boat. We are leaving. If you're coming, you got to come right now. The pump is broke, bro. But you told Tatum, you guys ain't discovered the pump was broke until 4:30. Y'all tried to move certain things from it. It didn't work, so you guys called for help at 4:30. So why would you guys in a rush to leave at 3? I'm confused. And if you guys was in a rush to leave at 3 p.m., wouldn't you guys have discovered the boat was messed up at 3 p.m.? Huh? And if y'all told him, hey, bro, we leaving. Hey, bro, we got to go right now, bro.
And see, that's sad that people on the internet have to do police work for the damn sheriff's office. Like, the internet is undefeated. But these small towns in Mississippi, they think they undefeated. They're not. The internet goes solve the case every time. The AI goes solve the case every time. You have humans out there that are smarter than AI. Like this guy right here, Politic Flacco, go sub to his page. But he he picked up on this real quick. But the average follower of Officer Tatum, they went along with the story. They would. You see what I'm saying? The difference between Christ and the Antichrist. The Antichrist wouldn't have questioned this interview. They would have went along with it, but You talking about awareness or what the Bible says, question everything. You go find the cracks in the story, y'all. Like I said, quit worshiping the Antichrist. Antichrist holding y'all back.
Nolan said, "Oh damn, yo, pass my phone, bro. If y'all leaving, I'm staying." Y'all ain't what? How does this make sense to anybody? How does this make sense to anybody?
And Nolan made a decision to stay out on the island. And like he said, you know,
How many people heard that? Were there just,
at least
just a few?
five.
Or?
I mean, everyone that was on our boat right there, because the Palm Beach had already left. My buddy went ahead and went home on the Palm Beach, and three guys on the way back. And Nolan wasn't the only person to ride out there with us.
I'm about to show you the damn Antichrist right here. That's the Antichrist right there, fam. Shape shifting right in front of Officer Tatum. Yeah, I should name this Antichrist shape shifts in front of Officer Tatum. Oh, oh shit. Yeah, that's the next episode. Antichrist shape shifts right in front of Officer Tatum. He doesn't do shit about it. Boy, this motherfucker shape shifted into a demon and Officer Tatum laughed. This motherfucker turned into the Baphomet. Then he switched into Uncle Sam. I didn't catch this, but we caught it in real time. Catching these jokers in real time, family.
And in with somebody else. And we had multiple people in our group that rode out with us and rode in on someone else's boat. And that, like I said, that's not an uncommon thing to do. You know, I mean, a lot of people do that. I can name probably 50 people out there that day that ran out with somebody and ran back in with somebody else. So, I mean, it's not like it's an uncommon thing, but it's not like we just left him there or my friend just left him there. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island after my friends asked him multiple times and told him to get on the boat, and he decided to stay.
And I heard the girl that he was with, Katie, had text somebody that she heard people yelling for Nolan to get on. Is that true?
And I have a picture of that. She texted my buddy, and the next day everybody was panicking and everybody's texting Katie. You know,
the thing is, man, nobody's yelling. Nobody's doing that in that situation anyway. Who would be yelling at their friend to get on a boat when he's with Katie, when he was with a girl? That's fucking stupid. Why would you yell? You see what I'm saying? Why would I yell at my homeboy when I see him booed up with another chick? Well, you trying to pull me away from the pussy? Motherfucker trying to pull me away from the damn cat. That don't make no damn sense to me. You know, and quite frankly, that sounds kind of homosexual to me. So no, just off that notation, that sounds like a lie right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a straight lie. Nobody's yelling. You think if I'm sitting on a boat with a big booty Latina and I see my friend's boat sinking, you think I'm about to move out of my position? That motherfucker about to sink like the damn Titanic. My black ass can't swim, so what the fuck I'm gonna do? So you mean the last time you saw Nolan Wells, he was booed up on a boat and you're screaming at him to come on? You're screaming at him to come. That don't even sound. That's something somebody would do if they was chilling with a girl that he's interested in. Even if y'all had his phone, y'all could say, "Shit, I'm about to use her phone. I'm about to call her Uber. I just take my phone back to the crib." Talking about, come on. Now the thing is that's the case. Katie is the last one that seen him, but no, that ain't the case. She said something different. This should be a conspiracy of murder. It should be. I'm expecting the DA to come out with a conspiracy of murder. If they don't do it, America's fucked. Your black ass going back to slavery, and that's what some of these people wanted too. They wanted your ass. See, the Democrats was like, yeah. we're running out of representation and shit. Yeah, when Trump get in office, we going back to slavery. Now the thing is, if that's the case, they do it through laws first, and then next thing you know, you fucking back picking cotton. You back. You know what I think? I think, what if all that stuff was fake? All those pictures of those slaves picking cotton was fake. It was so fake that you really believed in it. Now you're picking cotton. Yeah, like on some Twilight Zone type shit. You feel me? Oh, we gonna put these images in your face that never really happened. But if you believe in it and manifest it, one day we could screw with the monetary system and inflate anything and inflate everything. Now you're back in slavery, just in an unorthodox type of way. You get it? Yeah, that's what's happening right now. Slowly but surely. Inflation is the scientific way to put you back in slavery. You do know that, right? When a loaf of bread is $100 and you gotta work 10 hours, you gotta work 8 hours just to get $100, and a loaf of bread is 50. What does that tell you? Your ass is slavery. You picking cotton. You might not physically be on the field, but you going to that corporation every day. That body is walking into that machine every fucking day, and that machine cashing out. But you ran out your resources in 2 or 3 days. You ran out of resources in 2 or 3 days. Now you gotta wait another week to get your paycheck because you done burnt through it so fast because of inflation. Dead bodies get bloated and inflated. That's inflation. When the body gets bloated, or what they call full of, when you full of it, that's what they mean of full of shit. That means you bloated, constipated. All these anomalies are weighing you down. Yeah, something like that. Let's get it.
Because she was obviously seen with Nolan the whole day at the island. Katie sent a message to my buddy the next day and said, this is the last time I saw him, he's really sweet. But she also mentioned that the last time she saw Nolan was when my buddy was yelling at him to get on the boat. And she was right there to see that Nolan decided not to.
Yes.
Now you see how that skipped. You see how that skipped. So they're chopping up the video, first of all.
So you guys get in.
But that's not what Katie said, though. That's not what Katie said, though. No. See now, now listen, because I'm not no race hustler. According to you, I'm gonna be open here and say this, okay? If Katie is feeding us a different story and she's feeding them a different story, then we got to look at Katie. But Katie came out and says, yo, the last time I seen him was he told me that he was going with his friends. If y'all are saying Katie told y'all the last time she seen him was when y'all was calling out for him, then God damn it, then wouldn't that mean that y'all are lying? Wouldn't that mean y'all are lying? Hold on real quick, people. They said, Nolan said, hey, bro, I'm gonna stay with Katie, bro. I'm gonna stay with Katie, man. He said, all right, bro, and then they left him. Katie says the last time she seen him was when they said, yo, we going, and Nolan said, okay, hey, yo, I gotta go with my friends. They said, Katie told them, yo, the last time I seen him was when y'all was calling for him. Oh, isn't it? Wait, hold on, bro. Is this? Wait. Hold on, bro. Is this not a confession they lied? Is this not a confession they lied? Hold on.
Yeah, that's a straight confession right there. So I'm expecting conspiracy to murder charges on all of them, even Katie. Somebody lied. Now, if they don't bring charges on it, that's full out blown out white supremacy right there at its best. They fucking lied. So we just waiting on the naysayers and the people that don't agree with what's going on. But I think we pretty much got it sewed up over here to where we're not gonna get any rebuttals. We're just not gonna get. See, sometimes what they call white supremacy, and yes, there are all colored shades of color practice white supremacy. The reason why we call it white supremacy is because mostly white people run the institutions, especially who they call the small hats. It's just not. It's nothing derogatory. See, y'all got to think. Some stereotypes are just real. So, and then I guess white supremacy it's in the Oxford Dictionary, so you can't act like it don't exist. Anything in that Oxford Dictionary, shit, that shit exists. And people walk around here acting like it doesn't. See, that's a form of white supremacy. Turn the other cheek, motherfucker. You did not see that. You seen something else, dummy. You what they call you low IQ monkey. But the thing is, guess who's solving the case? The so-called low IQ monkey. Guess who's the real monkey? Warren and Wyatt. Because they thought they could outsmart you with AI. It seemed like all his responses is off AI. Like he got a damn radio chip in his ear and he just reading off a damn script. And then he got all discombobulated when he get asked real questions like AI. You ask AI real questions, that shit gonna break down. And eventually, if you ask those questions, it'll just agree with you because it's a system overload, system failure, or what they call a digital overload. A society slow melt. That's what's happening in real time right now, family. People are burnt out off this internet shit. It made them out to be hypocrites and incels, and shit. People can't take it no more. People can't take it no more, for real. You see a lot of people not online no more. You notice that? Let's get it.
Is this not a hold on, bro? Hold on. Buddy says they asked Nolan, "Yo, we leaving?" He was cuddled up. He was cuddled up with Katie, and they asked him in front of Katie, "Hey, bro, we leaving?"
And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolan multiple times to get on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat.
Multiple times, get on the boat in front of Katie.
But we're leaving. If you're coming, you gotta come now. And Nolan made a decision to stay out on the island. And like he said,
how many people heard that?
Were there at least 5. Everyone that was on our boat right there, because the Palm Beach had already left. My buddy went home on the Palm Beach, and 3 guys on the way back. And Nolan wasn't the only person to ride out there with us. And
so they was yelling, "Hey, Nolan, we leaving." Nolan chose to stay behind because he was cuddled up with Katie. Katie heard this conversation. Let's fast forward real quick. Now, look what he said Katie told him. Now, if it was yelling out to Nolan, "We leaving," and Nolan says, "I'm staying behind with Katie, I'm not leaving," then Katie's explanation would not make. Watch this.
Hey, text somebody.
Yeah. And multiple times, Nolan made a decision to stay on the island after my friends asked him multiple times and told him to get on the boat. And
Nolan made a decision to stay on the island with Katie. He had Katie cradled up in his hands.
Island there, or my friend just left him there. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island after my friends asked him multiple times and told him to get on the boat, and he decided to stay.
And I heard the girl that he was with, Katie, had text somebody that she heard people yelling for Nolan to get on. Is that true?
And I have a picture of that. She texted my buddy, and the next day everybody was panicking. And
Katie confirmed, "Yo, I heard them telling Nolan, 'Hey, bro, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.'"
Did he say he had a picture of that? And I would like to see that picture because is it this picture right here? Because they saying this is him on that boat. They saying this is him on that boat, but it looked like a white dude. So I don't know if this is the picture or not. It might be. Just might be, y'all.
They say Nolan never came with us. Katie saying, "I heard them screaming, he gotta go," and Nolan told me he was leaving with them.
Texting Katie, because she was obviously seen with Nolan the whole day at the island. Katie sent a message to my buddy the next day and said, "This is the last time I saw him. He's really sweet." But she also mentioned that the last time she saw Nolan was when my buddy was yelling at him to get on the boat, and she was right there.
Then that means he went with you. Oh my God, yo, this is it. This is it. This is the confession. It's either Katie got something to do with this, or y'all got something to do with this. This is the confession. If y'all said Nolan did not come with y'all left without Nolan. And the Katie girl says, yo, he was with me, but the last time I seen him was when y'all was calling for him, and he left me to go with y'all. Oh, isn't this the confession? Oh my God. Y'all to total yourselves, man. Even the tap dancer could not save y'all, man. Even the tap dancers could not save y'all, man. Oh my God. My God. Oh my God. Yo, look at God. The devil, Officer Tatum, try to run interference for him, and it's still what? So
Yeah, he tried to run interference for him, and it backfired. That's why I said he turned into a foreman. Brandon Tatum, he shapeshifted too, but he didn't go down there to the. He might have, but I believe with his background and his record, he didn't go down there. He came down there to save them white tee boys. Okay, but in the midst of trying to save them, he basically crucified them. So this backfired on Brandon Tatum and the 3 white tee boys and Katie. It's backfired. They going to jail, y'all. They going to jail. And guess who's gonna be mad? Guess who's gonna be mad? We'll find out in the comment section when they do get charged. When they do get charged, a lot of people gonna be upset.
the girl Katie, who heard the entire conversation, who was yo, somebody clip this up and post it, man. Somebody clip this up and post it on Twitter right now and tag me in it. The girl Katie, who was an eyewitness to the entire conversation, said the last time she seen Nolan was when they was calling for Nolan, and Nolan said, hey, I gotta go. And Nolan left and got on the boat with them. And they confirmed that's what Katie says. Why would the last time Katie seen him be when y'all was calling for him if he stayed on the island to be with Katie? Do you understand? You just told on yourself? Oh, look at God. I am flustered right now, man. I'm flustered right. Yo, what? How did nobody spot this? How did nobody catch this?
There to see that Nolan decided not to.
Yeah, so you guys get in the boat, you start to get towed in, and you make it back. Now explain how that you get to the point where you were concerned about Nolan, because obviously you say, hey, Nolan, y'all need to, or somebody, not
When
you,
did I get
but
to that point?
you guys that may mention Nolan need to get on a boat.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah.
You guys get back to wherever you're going.
Right.
Explain that. Did you guys go back to somebody's house, or you guys like what happened there?
Just screen screen record the last like so minutes where I started talking about this and post it on Twitter and tag me in it.
And then when did you
Or
wait a
on
minute,
Instagram.
Where's Nolan?
Right. Okay. Well, running in was very chaotic. I mean, Nolan chose to stay on the island, so my focus wasn't on anything else other than the boat. You know, because if the boat doesn't get in, then no one gets in. You know, I don't want to sneak out there on my buddy's boat, and no one does. But my buddy Wyatt jumped out and pulled the plug on the boat once we kind of got out there, because he got the motor to trim down. And the motor trimmed down. My buddy Wyatt pulled the plug, and we planed off. We moved all the way to the front of the boat so we could plane off. And eventually we planed off. And the boat was running. So when you're planed off and you have water in the boat and you're hauling, you know, we're going pretty fast. We're going probably 40, 42 miles an hour. And so all that excess water that was built up in the boat is coming out of the boat. So,
Hey y'all, I gotta shut this one down. We're gonna do part 4 tomorrow. The Cult of Horn Island live stream. Yeah, we out, y'all.